I've heard someone say to a newscaster one time, he said, "Don't look directly into the camera. It makes you look like a moron." Don't look directly into the camera. It makes you look like a moron. That's one thing I don't have to worry about is looking directly into the camera, because the camera's always over to the side whenever I'm recording, always looking over to the left or to the right, looking at myself. Got to get used to looking at a camera and imagining it's people behind there. Organizing and time management. Before I wake up, I always meditate and pray. As soon as I wake up, as soon as I come to consciousness, I focus on my meditations and seeking my maker. Try to block out the day's activities. Usually when you first wake up, you worry, you start thinking about how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, or you start thinking about the day's activities. I try to suppress those and concentrate on my meditations, which is practically impossible. I know one thing. I get direct sunlight, and I was noticing, when the pandemic first started, it was a flood of videos of people dust washing their keyboard with a mask and gloves on in their own home. They were like washing the keyboard. But I must say, if you don't cover your keyboard up daily, if you don't dust it regularly, you're going to get heavy. The dust going to turn to dirt, and dirt going to turn to grit. It's going to get hard, and it's going to get, your keyboard's going to get dirty. The keys are going to suffer badly if you don't take care of it regularly. I have a car outside that I dust regular at least every 3 days. When I lived at a place where I could go right outside my door and walk to the car, I have to walk a block. I have to walk a block and a half to get to my car. I can see it from the window. I told you the car cover, but on a shoestring budget. What am I doing? Half my time I should be signing off right now. But I always say the same thing all the time. Back in here trying to get my Studio Logic set up. I'm going to set up a couple of more templates. Yesterday I had to reset the Phantom back to factory mode because it was having problems. The built-in interface, I was having problems hearing my internet, and the computer wasn't playing back through the interface. So I had to reset it. I'm not going to get into a lot of talking today. I'm always telling you the same thing. My reading, crawling through my reading the other day. Not going to explain everything to you. You see you see me all the time. If you see me all the time, you know what I'm talking about. Moving forward, sight reading. Licks. I was practicing September the other day, and I remember when I first learned that song back in the 70s. The timing. Da 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 dee dee da 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 dee 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 da da da. First chord, ba ba. Da da dee change it. First chord, ba ba. Da dee dee over the rhythm. Rhythm, bop, bum, gave me trouble years ago. But the rhythm, bum, bum, gave me trouble a long time ago. I don't hear anything now. Let me see. Yeah, I reset everything. So let me see. External. This is external, internal, external. There we go. Whoa, with the reverb on there. Can you hear that? I'm going to tell you something too. I do want to get back to getting to play this keyboard directly in. But for now, tell me this. I'm going to hear it too. How does this sound? I noticed that my microphone's been popping. I don't have any plugins or anything on this microphone, so I'm going directly in. I'm not even coming through a mixer or anything. It's this line going directly into the, without anything on it. So you're going to hear pops and cracks, crackles, Rice Krispies. Licks is what I was working on. It was a simple lick like this. That was the simple lick. And I took it the long way around. Instead of just analyzing it, 1, 2, 3. Instead of analyzing, instead of adding it up in my head, I did it the long way. I just kept playing it over and over again, fumbling through it. I could have just said, C sharp, broken C sharp, minor, and a half of a F sharp minor. I could have just said that, half a C sharp and half a F sharp minors. And then, remember? You don't believe how long that took me to get that, not using my discipline in music theory. Actually, when people ask me, do you play by ear or did you teach yourself? It doesn't matter if you play by ear or teach yourself. It's how you approach a song. If you don't have the music for it, or even if you do have the music for it. I didn't approach this as if I was reading music. I approached this as if I was playing by ear, even though I had the chords right in front of me. Because first of all, I didn't run through the scale. I didn't run through. I didn't exercise through the scale, different chords in the scale, different. I didn't practice. I didn't warm up. I didn't approach the song the correct way. It took me forever. It took me forever to get this. I say that to say I need to practice. In jazz, you practice licks. I guess you practice licks in all types of music. So you can be fluent when it comes to, if you hear a song, you can say, oh, and practicing licks. That's all they talk about in jazz is practicing. Do you practice licks? Do you practice licks? I don't practice licks. My first lick that I need to practice in jazz or blues would be this. I haven't did it in a long time. From Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me. I should be able to see what I'm doing. Is a minor third, and walking. Minor third, walking up. Major third. Is that a major third? That's a minor third too. Walk, minor third, back down. Minor third. It's minor thirds. It's little teeny chordy. Now I should be able to. I'm embarrassed to even try this in front of everybody. Now, I didn't use music theory when I did that. I played that by ear because I guessed it instead of just adding up what I was doing. Instead of memorizing this word, it's a word actually because it consists of letters. Instead of memorizing that, when I moved up to the next, when I tried to transpose it up a half step, I forgot everything I just finished memorizing. So theory should be applied. I guess that's why they call it, when you go to school, if you go to a real music school, they're going to make it, it's called applied arts, applied harmony. There's a book called Applied Harmony. And school is, if it's a real music school, it's going to be the name of the school is going to be blah, 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 arts and science. It's going to say arts and science. So art is the, I guess it's the study, is the form that you study in art, music. It's like dance is art. Drawing is art, is an art. Applied arts and sciences, the science of it. I'm gone. 12 minutes of babble. Hope something made some sense to you. Then inside the mind of a musician. I'm out. Peace and hair grease.